Have you truly considered the fact that the same way you can take a motor out of a car and put it in another car is the same way you can take the heart out of a body and put it in another body? Have you considered the fact that the same way you can take the kidney out of one body and put it in another body is the same way you can take the alternator out of one car and put it in another car? The same way you can take a defibrillator and jumpstart the body is the same way you can take jumper cables and jumpstart a car. Have you truly considered the fact that your body is a vehicle and your thoughts are keys of consciousness? And if your keys of consciousness are in accordance with this limited narrative, even though you are unlimited beings, you are driving your vehicle under the influence. Everything in this realm that you do is a mimicry of something else. Everything. The reason why is because we are in a state underneath who we truly are. So everything that we say, it doesn't have to be a spiritual thing because everything is spiritual. Everything that we say is a revelation of sorts. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Why? You're fixated on the word king. And you're wondering why the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again, because Humpty fell from a great place. He had a great fall. The kings that were trying to put Humpty together were kings of a lower consciousness. To be king of the lower consciousness is nothing in contrast to the greater consciousness. They didn't have the skill set to put Humpty together because Humpty descended from a much greater place. This earthen narrative will never fulfill you. The things that you are using to try to fill this void will never fulfill you because you descended from a much greater place. This is an underworld. And everything here is simply a mimicry of something greater. Everything. Every single thing. We are, in a sense, batteries, even though we make batteries. Picture a protest. Picture yourself watching television programming. And that programming either charges you up with something negative, charges you up with something positive. And then you go out and get your sign and then you protest. You were charged up like a battery and you were placed in an event and you give the event power. But if you were never charged up with the meaning of that event, that protest would simply be signs on the ground. Everything here is a mimicry. simply because this is not who you truly are in essence. The human state of consciousness thinks blindness is the absence of sight. Blindness is not necessarily the absence of sight. Blindness is to see something without placing a proper value on it. Darkness is not complete blackness. You can walk in darkness by simply walking under the influence of something that you are not. We don't see with our eyes. The eyes are just pieces of flesh that's connected to your brain. And your physical brain is powered by the intangible, the perception, the mindset. We see with our perception. And so when you have a higher perception, you see through the things of this lower perception. But if you are of this mindset, you can't see past it. You can't see past what you are of.